That was a fun-filled day. I'm all burned out right now. It was just a bigger job on a customer's house. Definitely more than I'm used to. So, what I want to get into is why I quit my job and decided to go out on my own. If you guys already know, I mean, I might have brought it up, or you guys seen the videos I was posting, but I used to climb cell towers for a living, for AT&T, T-Mobile. If you look up in the air, you guys will see them. You just see like either a metal stick with like a triangle on top with those white antennas coming down. You'll see like, you know, 9 of them, 12 of them, whatever. Or you'll just see like a triangle tower and it goes up. Just start looking up, you'll start seeing them. But I've been doing that for 13 years. I used to work for another company and for like a year, no, 2 years, 3 months, and then I got into a better company, climbing cell towers. So I've been working for these guys for like 11 years, I think. It was a good company to work for. It just got sickening after a while. And that stuff, I mean, you have to, you know, work in the rain, you know, work in 30-mile-per-hour winds, you're working year-round, so you're working in the cold, too. And when you're on the tower, everything's like twice as worse. Not like, it is. So if it's like 30 miles per hour on the ground, it's like 60 up there. Or, it's pretty dramatic. Pretty dramatic. So, I started my handyman business like 3 or 4 years ago. And this is when I was climbing cell towers. I wanted to do something for myself. And I fell upon a book. It was called Think and Grow Rich. And I'm not really a good reader, so I know I have a lot of time when I'm driving. So what I did was I just bought audiobooks, and then I would just listen to them. And that was one of the books I listened to. And it was it's a really good book. Makes you really think. And it helped me come up with an idea for myself. Even though it did say don't automatically, you know, jump to a service business, which I broke that rule. It makes you write a paragraph out, then you have to recite it to yourself every night and every morning. Kind of sounds weird, sounds funny, but it like makes you really think. Makes you really take it seriously. There was some guys that I was working with that they wanted to start a business too, but they wanted to get in like power washing. There's like 3 of them, 3 different guys, and all of them were just saying, man, this guy took my idea, this guy took my idea. And they're all fighting over the power washing idea. One guy ran off with it, not ran off, but he was doing it on the side, which I thought was a cool idea. You know, there's power washing houses and this and that, but what I was thinking was, you'd have to drive around and then find a house with, you know, moss or mold on the side of the house, then knock on a door, and then get their, you know, get the okay to, you know, clean their house and get paid. Which I didn't like, because you have to target certain houses. So I came up with this handyman idea. Even though it's pretty, I don't know how I didn't see it before, but it was perfect. I pretty much redid my whole house. I have a strong electrical background. I've been in a lot of different things. So I started the handyman business, tried to do it right. You know, you have to get your LLC, you gotta put yourself on Google, get the lettering on the truck to look legit. And then, you know, I paid for advertising and all that good stuff. And I was doing it every day. I can't say every day, but usually after work. So I work 8 hours, come home, or go straight to the customer's house and then finally go home. I found out I really enjoy it. It's a lot easier to please a customer than a boss. I remember my last day. I was working in the city, and we were working on a rooftop. And I can't tell you how high it was. I'm so bad at judging height. Hey, we'll say 400 feet. So, it was a rainy day like this. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but yeah, it was a rainy day like this. And it was the first day. So we needed low material up there. And how that was, we had to go through an elevator. No, we took all the stuff, all the material off the truck. We loaded up in the elevators and then went to the top. And then you got to the door and there was this fire escape. Old school, raw iron fire escape outside. And then you take up all the material, then you put it whatever. I seen this and I'm just like, are you serious? You guys want to climb up a raw iron set of stairs? Actually, two or three sets, because you had to go up, around, up. I'm like, so whatever. So one of the guys calls the foreman. You know, say, hey, the rain's supposed to stop in an hour. Should we just wait the rain out? And dude was like, so you guys going to lunch? And it was like 8 or 9 in the morning. And we're like, no. And I think at that point, I just had it. So we got off the phone with the foreman, and they're gonna start going up there, start climbing up this raw iron stairs in the rain with the current material up. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, peace. I'm out. Legit words, you can ask them. Because I'm like, I'm one of the very few, I'm the lucky few that didn't get hurt. I try to do stuff right. I mean, I do take shortcuts, but, you know, I never really got hurt. There's a lot of guys that get hurt. I've been on, I think 2 towers so far where guys fell. They were tied off, everything was fine, but scary stuff. Scary stuff. So I grabbed all my grabbed my harness, or I lied. I took the tools out of my harness and brought them downstairs in case they wanted to fire me. I've been pushing back for a while now. I usually just, you know, how it goes in our industry is, like, you only climb when you feel comfortable. So, if there's a certain amount of wind or something, like, if you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to do it. But obviously, it makes you look bad. So, because a lot of people, they just want to work every single day, which I did too. But, I mean, there's a certain degree where you don't want to put yourself at risk. Like an icy tower. There's times where the whole thing was just coated with it. I'm like, this is dangerous. You have times where there's ice falling off the top and it's coming down just because it was, you know, the tower's full of ice, and then the sun's out and it starts melting. That's a hazard. But yeah, I went down and I just started driving. I'm like, you know, I'm going home. And then I told my supervisor and all that. And I'm like, I'm not going to be climbing, you know, I'm not going to be going up this raw iron, you know, fire escape in the rain. He's like, Brian, it's going to stop raining in 5 minutes. It's really an hour, but he's a goofy guy. He likes saying that. I'm like, I know. He doesn't want to wait the rain out. He's like, Brian, just wait the rain out, man. I need you to work. I'm okay. Thank you. And then I got the phone and I'm just like, awesome, I got past it again, or whatever. I got the approval, and I just, you know, made another day. And I'm like, sitting there thinking about it, And I'm like, what about the next time? Because I can't tell you how many times I ran into this stupid crap. So sick of these, some of the guys, it's just decisions. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like going back up there. I don't feel like going back on that rooftop. And I end up calling my mom. And I think this was a year ago. But I had to call my mom, pretty much looking for her approval. Even though I had, I already knew what I was going to do in the back of my mind. And I told her about it. And she just told me to do whatever I felt like doing. Because she already knew. I've already decided. And I told supervisor, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. He didn't understand the text. And he ended up calling me. Yeah, we were talking. I was just telling him, like, dude, I'm just so sick of going against the grain. So sick of this, because I'm the only one, it seems like, that cares for safety. Or not working in really, really bad conditions. Probably because I've been doing it for so long. I mean, when I was younger doing this, 19, I was working in all stupid stuff. Remember one time in the ice storm, I had like, my whole back was caked with ice. I looked like a sci-fi like a character. So yeah, I told him, you know, I think I'm done. Not think I'm done, you know. Yeah. I said, I'm done. Blah, blah, blah. He kept talking to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, just give me a week. Give me a week to think about it. And he's like, what about a couple days? I'm like, sure. The guy calls me or texts me the Sunday. He's like, you coming in on Monday? I'm like, no, man, I'm good. I'm good. I just can't do it no more. You just get burnt out to the point where you just don't want to do it. And you don't care what you got to do. But you just know you don't want to do that. So I've been going full-time with my handyman thing. My handyman business. And I am very glad I got pushed to that point. Because I don't know how long I would have worked for him for. Because it was good money. I had my benefits paid and all that. I mean, how can you turn that down? I just kept doing it on the side. I was making good money. Working 2 jobs. But, yeah, looking back, I'm so glad I got pushed to that point. Because I don't know if I would have decided to do that. It is very rewarding. It feels very rewarding going out on your own. Not telling everybody to go quit their jobs, but, you know, every scenario is different. You know, you gotta expect, you gotta be prepared, you gotta have money saved up, you gotta be smart about it. I really think we're going this deep recession coming up. I really think so. You guys can quote me on it too. That's fine. Yeah, working in the construction field really changes you. Because I remember going in when I was young, I was a super nice guy, you know, and I just was a super nice guy, that's all I can say. And by the ending, I ended up turning into somebody that I wasn't. I wasn't this mean guy. But I'm sure if you ask the other guys there, that I could be I could be something else. That's for sure. And I don't want to be that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm really not. But it really brings out the worst in you when you have, you know, I worked with a lot of cool people, but there were certain guys that just, you know, want to fight or want to push, and I got sick of it. I just, you know, they'll say something, I'll just 5-up them, you know. You can get away with murder out there, especially in the cellular field. You can say whatever you want with no repercussions. Ever since I left, I mean, everybody's gonna say this, but really, I'm a lot more happier. It's a lot more rewarding. I mean, I do work for customers, and I get it done, and they're so happy. They're very appreciative, and they're happy I'm answering their phone calls, because especially right now, nobody wants to work. They're happy that I'm doing a good job, and then I'm just doing my job, and then people are super enthusiastic about it. That's what I can't get over. And then, you know, you compare it to the, you know, your job, and it just seems like they're never happy. Or if you are, what I would always tell the other guys, I'm like, you might be on top now, but just wait. You can't stay on top forever. Because I was on top for a decent amount of time, I would say. Everybody thinks, you know, they're the best. That's how it goes. But I was really good. I can't say, yeah, I was really killing it at one time. And, you know, they don't remember that. You know, they only remember the bad times. So you could be doing really good, and then do something, and then they'll forget all about the good times, and you just making money hand over fist for them, and they'll remember that. It's funny how that works, isn't it? Really funny. Well, I hope you guys got something from this.